Well, welcome to week 2 of astronomy. I certainly hope that and pray that Hurricane Irene did not affect you or your family. Up here in Sebring, we had very little impact other than a lot of clouds and some rain. Did cancel some stargazing that we had planned up here, but other than that, it was a non-event. So not like the folks in North Carolina. Well, first order of business, Quiz 0. The most of you have taken it so far, which is great. It is a requirement, and I need to, so I don't have to report you as a no-show. But there's 2 questions that seem to give people some more trouble than the others, so I want to just briefly touch on those. Assignments every week, they go from Monday at 8 a.m. to the following Monday at 8 a.m. So it gives you the whole weekend, and if you're late, if you work late at, if you do your schoolwork late at night rather than early morning. But that's the schedule we'll go. So virtually everything, including the test, they'll start at 8 a.m. on a Monday for the week, and they will stop. The machine is set to turn them off the following Monday at 8 a.m. Okay, the Lunar Observation Project has 3 questions. Or 3 parts, excuse me. I know one part has two sections to it, but there really are 3. The first part is to do the data observation, is to observe the moon and fill out the data sheets. Probably should end up with 4 data sheets because there's 3 or 4 things. Oh, I forgot now. I'm already behind. Okay, fill out the data sheets. The next is the tidal difference information. Part of it is a chart, the other part's a graph. So those are 2 sections that make up the one part. And part 3 is the data analysis and conclusions. That's the part I'm most interested in, to see after you looked at your data, what did you figure out? Okay? And from the discussion boards, I've sensed a lot of anxiety and some fears about the level of effort in this course. I do want to tell you that I've been teaching this class just the way it is now for at least 5 years. Every term I ask my students in the middle or toward the end, and I will do the same to you, about the level. And they all say it's fine, it's average. Now, it is very structured, so each week you have a number of things to do that get points, as well as to help you understand the material. So they all are listed on D2L in the content page, which you can get directly from the news area with a hyperlink. They're listed there. They're listed 2 places in your syllabus. One is at the end, where I made a simple 1-page summary sheet for each week. But if you go earlier in the syllabus, the way the college asked me to do it, set up week by week and what's due. So hopefully between those 3 things plus the video, this video, at the end of this video, I'll roll a list of things to do. So I'm giving you in multiple modes, different ways, telling you the same thing of what's due each week. And if you just stick on it and move forward, if one week you're really having trouble for some reason, your job, your family, other schoolwork, just let me know. All right? And I can extend something for you. I know one of our students is in the hospital with a problem, and so her mother emailed me, and so that's fine. I said, when you get back out of the hospital, we'll get you caught up. So hopefully she'll be back real soon. But if you have any similar problems, just keep in touch with me. That's really all you have to do. Okay, so I'm just looking at my list. That's why I look down here. I'm looking at the last page of the syllabus. But I'll just tell you, this week there are 2 chapters we're going to cover. There are 20 total. So some weeks we'll do 2, but the weeks you have a test or you're supposed to get ready for the test, I only give you 1 chapter. All right, try to ease the workload. I really have worked hard to level load the workload, what I thought is appropriate for you. So this is chapters 1 and 2. It's really an introduction to astronomy. Chapter 1 is called Here and Now, basically where we are, firstly in the time history of the universe, as well as where we're physically located, within our solar system and the galaxy that we're in. And the other is a user's guide to the sky, just an introduction to different terminology of the ways that we talk when we're trying to locate and identify things in the sky. All right, so read chapters 1 and 2. You probably should do that up front. I know it's 2 chapters. Don't sit down and read the whole thing straight away like you'd read a novel. Read parts of it. Be sure you look at the pictures, look at the side things. There's a lot of information that's graphically represented. It's not all just the words. Okay, there is an active exploration, number 1. And last week someone did tell me that they found a couple of links that weren't working right, and I fixed those right away. Likewise, if you find anything that doesn't seem to work right, just let me know, and I'll have a look at it. Okay, there is a video. Hopefully last week you watched a video for Chapter 1. Tried to level load that. So this week you just have one video, the one for Chapter 2. There is a PowerPoint to help you if you feel you want to refresh or get ready for the quiz or so. There is a PowerPoints from Chapters 1 and 2. Now they're provided by the publisher, so questionable, you know, I mean, they did their best at things, but it might be good to just scan through those if you'd like. That's optional. And then question of the week. Now this is not optional. Question of the week. Remember, you have to post, but to get full credit, I'm going to go in each week and give you credits. To get full credit, you have to also comment on the person before you and the person after you. Now don't just say I agree with you. You can say I agree with you because, or I disagree, or hey, that's a great comment because, and fill in that. So your comment should be a sentence or two. Your post should be, I think we said 50 words. The college has some requirement. They told me to do 150 words, and I thought that's too many. So if you do 50 words, a couple sentences about what you're, and they're not hard questions, but they make you think a little bit, which is really all the whole course is about, is getting you to think and to realize where we are in time in the universe. It's really exciting. There is a quiz, quiz number 1. It'll be a little different than the syllabus quiz, obviously. There are going to be questions, and you can take it as many times as you do. My students here often take it a dozen or more times to help them review. They use it sort of as a review, but after they've done watched the video and read the book. There are 5 questions. You have 10 minutes, so it sort of replicates the environment you'll have with the exam. So you can look up some of the stuff, but you're not going to get to look up everything. So you really need to have your notes there, and then you should be able to find them. Hopefully it'll get in sync more. I give you 10 minutes. If you do poorly or just want to just repeat it, it only records your highest score. Each time it gets higher, it throws out the old score. All right? So I have a look. I can tell what you're doing on there. You know, I get all the details, but you don't need to worry about those. Just only the highest score counts. But you have to do it this week. You can't just, procrastinate and do everything at the end. You should really have read the Lunar Observation Project, have an idea of where you're going, and get a date that you'd like to start. You just have to be able to see the moon. Sometimes it's in the daytime now, so you have to really find the data information, moon rise and moon set, just like sunrise and sunset. And you should know what star you have. So if you have not figured that out, find it on the content page. If you're lost, email me. All right? And I didn't write this on here, but we have the exam review wiki. I've updated now because there was some older stuff, so it's good this week. And if you go there, and there's some links to it, those are topics that are going to be on the exam. And so there's a column, 2 columns, a table. You put in the right-hand column something that, say where in the book you found it, go on the internet, find a picture of something, put that there, write down your thoughts on something. Important things to think about those topics. It's sort of a study guide, a review that everyone is contributing to. Again, at time of each exam, I will go in and I have records of exactly what you did, what you added, what you deleted, because you can go in and delete someone else's and add your own stuff or add to it. That's really the best way. All right, so I can get all that specifics, and I'll give you some points at the time of each exam for your level of effort in making your exam review sheet. Hopefully then, if everyone contributes some, you'll have a really good one that you can use. You can print it out or just have it on the side when you're taking the exam. All right? So it's trying to help you, and I've even given you points for making up your review guide. But again, it's to not procrastinate. You have to do it sort of as you go along. Okay, well, that's all I'm going to say. This video needs to be short. If you're having any problems, please call me or email me. Probably email would be the best. And I do look, and I've been responding. I have had a little bit of trouble responding to those of you that your email address is AOL.com rather than using the desire to learn. Now, some have some other ones and they work fine, but AOL seems to bump me back. The postmaster, I get a report saying undeliverable. So if you're using that as your primary email, I've asked the D2L folks, Julie Baker at your school, to see if she can help me on that. But if you're using that, you might want to look if you have another email system you could use. But okay, enough said. Have a great week. Enjoy the course. Let me know if you're having any troubles or questions or concerns. And you've been doing that, and great. I feel we're starting to communicate a lot, and I'll continue to respond back. All right? Have a great week, and I'll talk to you again next week. Goodbye.